Alright, so every shooter who wants to get into advanced reloading should be doing this. There's two different things you need to measure about your chamber, and both of these things can be done with the Hornady OAL gauge. It stands for overall length. The first thing is actually to measure the overall length of your bullets. So what I did with this piece of brass is I drilled it out and then I tapped it. You will need a 5/16 by 36 tap, just like this. You simply thread it on like so. You stick a bullet inside of it. This should be a fully resized case, so it's completely shrunk. Alright, and then the mouth, you'll have to make sure you open it up so that the bullet will slide in and out easily, like so. Then you're going to stick this into your rifle. See this knob right here? I would actually put a rubber band on this to attach it somewhere onto your gun, so that way it's pulled into the gun all the way to minimum headspace right off the shoulder here. Then you simply push the bullet until you feel it reach the lands, and then you tighten this thing up. Okay, now that's to get overall length. The next thing you need to measure, and this one's in my opinion quite important, especially if you want to get into more advanced reloading, is you need to measure how long your brass can grow. Now every single book reloading book out there will give you a length to cut to, okay, and usually that length is very, very conservative, okay, so it's a lot shorter than most chambers are actually cut. So what I did is I took another case, drilled out the bottom, threaded it like I did before, but then I cut the neck down quite a ways, and then I made this, well, I had a friend make this on their lathe, will slide in and out of this neck, okay, and it will stop once it reaches the shoulder in your chamber, and this will give you your overall brass cutting length. And you want more brass, you want as much brass as you can get, really.
And in the air, the fireflies are only light in paradise. We show the world they were wrong, and teach them all to sing along. Sing it, hey, man, I'm alive, sing it, hey, man, I'm alive. If everyone cared, nobody cried. If everyone loved and nobody lied. If everyone shared, swallowed their pride. We say the day when nobody died. If everyone cared and nobody cried. If everyone loved and nobody lied. If everyone shared and swallowed their pride. Then we see the day when nobody died. Nobody died.
Alright, so what I've done here is I've taken off the cutting head. A little bit earlier I did use the cutting head basically to cut this way down so that it's nice and short, because that little shoulder that's on my tool here is going to lengthen it a little bit more, and so we had to shorten this brass even more farther, because this is just what we measure with. Alright, this isn't an actual piece of brass I'm going to go shoot. Alright, I'm going to stick this in here, clamp it down, stick some sandpaper inside the mouth here, and basically start turning it, polishing up the inside so that it'll run nice and smooth. Alright, so just like any other OAL gauge, except instead of using a bullet this time, we're using basically a piece of brass with a shoulder that's just as wide as the brass is. You're going to put this right into the chamber of the gun. You're going to push this out until you feel it stop. This is kind of exaggerated here. You're going to lock it down, pull it back out of the gun. I know this is a bit of an exaggeration, this length, but just to give you an idea, you just measure it just like that. and that'll give you the length that you need to trim your brass for that exact gun. Okay, you write it down for each of your gun. Every gun's going to be different. No gun will be the same. Alright, so I'm going to show this to you with my big Lothar Walther gun here. This is a Mosin Ishvetch 1942 action, chambered, same round. First thing you're going to do, this is just like you would do with any other AOL gauge. You're going to stick cleaning rod down the barrel. Don't go all the way down. And here on the other end of the gun, you're going to remove the bolt. We're going to shorten our gauge all the way up. You can stick it right in the chamber. I don't have a rubber band right now with me, so I'm just going to hold it by hand. And you're going to push this thing till you feel it stop. You're going to lock down the nut. Pull this thing back out. Now, one thing I've noticed is that thing always won't come back out again. That's what the cleaning rod is for. So with the cleaning rod, we'll just give it a quick tap, and it'll push that little plunger right back out again. We should have this piece again. And that right there is our chamber depth. It's measured our depth of the chamber. And that 2160 exactly. That is the depth of that Lothar Walther barrel's chamber. Do this for every gun. Every single one will be different. Alright, so what I've got here is a couple different pieces of brass. As you know, we just measured my chamber, and it's 2.16. Now, this piece of brass has been fired one time. Okay, so it's almost factory ammo. And it's measuring 2109. Alright. Now, this piece of brass has been fired about 4 times. Okay. And it's going to be a little bit longer. It's 2128. Okay. Now, my Lyman reloading book recommends that I trim my brass down to 2114. Okay. But my chamber, which we just measured, is 2160. That's a difference of 56 thousandths of an inch. That's a huge difference. That is, let's see here, that space right there. That is how much brass you lose if you cut the book length. Now, I'm going to obviously shorten it up about 3 to 5 thousandths just to be on the safe side when I actually do cut it. But still, the book is a little too conservative, and if you actually start measuring it for your exact rifle and your exact chamber, you'll be on the road to having more brass to hold your bullet. More brass holding your bullet means it will be released more consistently. You'll have more consistent neck tension, and you will have more brass actually holding the bullet. Okay, and more brass holding the bullet means that the bullet is kept straight, and it goes into the rifle straight. And if it goes into the rifle straight and it's held straight, you don't have any run-out problems. And less run-out means your rifle shoots straighter, which of course equates to more accuracy. Now, the only people that are going to tell you not to do this will be Bubba with his hacksaw. But hey, this is advanced reloading here. We're not doing easy stuff.